In this exercise, we are going to create this video. I go to After Effects, New Composition. I'm gonna set the duration to 16 seconds. I click on OK. Next, right click, import file. I go to exercise 31. I select the two videos and click on import. I'm gonna select the two videos and drag and drop here. We have sunrise on top and sunset in the bottom. I'm gonna take this layer sunset and take it all the way to the end like this. And the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create a transition between the first video and the second video. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create a mask on the sunrise video. I'm gonna zoom out. I'm gonna put the playhead at 7 seconds, and I'm gonna create a mask using this tool, rectangle tool. Of course, make sure the video is selected, and now I'm gonna create a mask like this. It must be bigger than the composition. I want it to be completely visible like this. Now we have a mask. You can see it right here, called mask 1. And what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna animate this mask. I'm gonna toggle this down. Here we have mask path. We're going to animate this value. We're going to animate the mask path. I click on the stopwatch at 7 seconds, and after 2 seconds I place the playhead right here. I'm gonna right click. I need to go back to selection tool first. I right click on the mask. I go mask and shape path and click here, free transform points. And now I'm going to change the shape of the rectangle like this. I can also rotate if I want to, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna make it smaller like this. And now we notice we have a new keyframe right here when we change the shape of the rectangle at 9 seconds. And now if I play, look what we get. We get this transition from here to here. I'm gonna go to mask feather and I'm going to change this value from 0 to 50. Press enter, and now you see what we get. Now the transition looks better. I can select mask 1, and by the way, we can do right click, mask and shape path, and then go to free transform points, or we can simply double click on the mask on any point, and now we can modify it like this, for example. Transform it however we want. I'm not gonna do that. I created a new keyframe right here. Of course, I'm gonna delete it. And now I'm gonna create a text. I go to horizontal type tool. I click here. I'm gonna write sunrise like this. I select the entire text. I go to Arial. I'm gonna choose font style black, the thickest option. Size, I'm gonna type 300, and space between the letters 0 like this. Selection tool, I'm gonna move the text right here. I'm gonna press Ctrl and snap it in the middle like this. Now I'm gonna shorten this layer. I'm gonna make it 8 seconds long. Here we have sunrise selected. I'm gonna duplicate it, Control D. Now I have this copy. I'm gonna take this text layer right here, and I'm going to change this to sunset. I'm gonna write sunset like this, and now we have sunrise and sunset, text 1 and text 2. I'm going to animate the text. I'll go to selection tool. I'm gonna place the playhead at 2 seconds. Sunrise selected. I'm gonna press P, bring the position. I click on the stopwatch. I go back to 0 seconds, and I'm gonna take this text from here to here. I press Shift to keep it on the same line. I'm gonna place it right here, and now it moves up, as you see. At 4 seconds, I'm gonna select this keyframe. I can copy it and paste it, or I can simply click here, add keyframe. I want it to stay 2 seconds on top, 2 seconds in the sky, and then go down. Now I'm gonna place the playhead at 6 seconds like this. I'm gonna select this keyframe, Control C to copy and Control V to paste. Now I play, it goes up, stays 2 seconds, and then goes down. I'm gonna apply the same animation to this text, sunset. To do that, select these keyframes, all of them, Control C to copy. I'll place the playhead at 10 seconds here. I select the sunset layer and Control V to paste. Now if I press U, I can see all the keyframes right here. If I play, goes up 2 seconds and then goes down. It's exactly the same animation. Now the next step, I'm gonna make this text look like it's coming from behind the mountains and then hides behind the mountains when it goes down. To do that, I'm gonna create a mask, but first of all I need to right click, pre-compose. Okay, now we created a pre-composition. Now I'm gonna mask this pre-composition using this tool. I'm gonna create a mask using the pen tool. Of course, pre-composition selected, pen tool selected. We can now create our mask. I'm gonna start from here. Click, 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 click. Now I need to zoom in and continue drawing the mask. I'm gonna click and drag here. Click and drag here. Click and drag here. You need to zoom for more precision. Click and drag here. Click and drag. Click and drag. Click and drag. Click, 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 click. Click and drag for the curves. Click. Click and drag. Click and drag. Click and drag. And continue drawing the path. Gonna move this handle and continue. Gonna move these points a little bit here. And one last point. Now I'm gonna close the path. Click, and now we have the mask. It took a long time, but now it's done. And now if I play the animation, we see that the text is only visible inside the mask, and it looks like it's coming from behind the motors and then goes back. Using the pen tool, I can always go back to any point and move it like this. I can make adjustments. Select a point, I can move it. I can move the handles like this. I'm gonna deselect. Make sure this looks good. Goes up and then down. I think this looks good. We are done with the first text. Now sunset. And I'm gonna do the same thing. This one is much more simple. Pen tool selected. The layer sunset selected. First of all, I need to right click, pre-compose. Okay, create a pre-composition like this. And now I'm gonna create a mask. Click here, 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 and I'm gonna close the path. Click. Now it goes up like this. I'm gonna zoom in. Go back to selection tool. I can click on a point, move it, click on this point, move it. I can press Alt and make one click on any point, and now I can move the entire mask like this. I press Shift and make one click, and now I can move any point individually like this. Control Z to go back. So now the text goes up, goes up. I think this looks good. And then goes down. Obviously, we have a problem here. The camera is moving. It wasn't stable. So when the word goes down, it's not on the right level. We need to adjust this. Goes up. I'm gonna click on the pre-composition, toggle this down, go to masks, toggle this down, mask 1, toggle this down. I need to, at 11 seconds, about here, I need to click on the stopwatch, mask path. I need to animate the path. Okay, everything is fine here. And when it goes down, I need to move this point a little bit down and this point a little bit down. So I zoom in, move this point right here, and the entire mask is moving. I need to press shift and make one click, and now I move this point individually and this point individually like this. And now we animated the path, and this looks fine now. I think this looks I'm gonna modify it a little bit, even at this time. I put the playhead right here, and I'm gonna move this a little bit down here and this a little bit down here. I created a new keyframe. Let's see now. Goes down. I think this looks good. I think this looks good, especially if you zoom out. Now I'm gonna play the entire animation. Need some time to render. I see the green bar moving. I'm gonna play it one more time. And now the exercise is finished. You go do the same and don't forget to save.